It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely... I'm almost there! Random... Why are there so many stairs? Podcast. Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, April 18th, 2020. I'm Andrew Rhodes. I'm your host. Finally getting this recorded after a little microphone issue. Yeah, I kind of like how when my microphone doesn't want to connect, doesn't say it's connected, and yet it's connected. So go figure. It's gotta love glitches and gremlins in the programming. It's been one of those days, folks, and leading into one of those weeks. But anyway, what do I have to talk about this week? Well, a plethora of topics, actually. Sadly, we have lost two wonderful people in the world. Voice actor Keiji Fujiwara has passed away at the age of 55 due to cancer. And apparently, voice actor Rick May has also passed away. Last I heard, due to the coronavirus. So, some really sad things. I don't know if it's... I'm assuming it's real. I'm not going to lie about this. Either way, it's still sad and tragic. But, yeah, so there is that. I'm also going to be talking about the Animator Dormitory YouTube channel. Yes, it's actually kind of interesting. Minecraft's getting itself a graphics overhaul. About fucking time. Selena Gomez is suing a video game. To be more specific, a mobile app for $10 million for stealing her likeness. And hey, if you thought the Xbox system coming out was a little too much, there's now a Cyberpunk 2077 version of this thing. And yeah, this is now getting on the realm of stupidity. All this and more this week on the podcast. But hey, before we get into this, the song and dance. Come check me out on eBay. ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. Wide variety of stuff up for sale. I am trying my best to get new stuff up right now because I'm doing a day-by-day basis just in case something were to massively change and stuff has to get locked down and shut down and I can't leave my home. So I don't know, we're still on this till all said and done. So yeah, anything can happen just like that. So there is that. But hey, check me out on eBay anyway. I got a lot of stuff from trading cards, DVDs, I think I still have a couple video games up yet. Bunch of stuff like yard sale, flea market-esque type. Come check me out. Come and swing by. Check me out on Twitter as well, at Otake Roads. Come shoot the shit. Say hi. I'm always over there posting. Swing by the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page where you can be brought up to date when new videos drop and updates provided to the channel sources. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell notification, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on my videos, leave a comment, and just say hi sometimes here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Oh, and don't forget, all questions for the Q&A video are due in next Saturday, the 25th. That's right, you have 1 week to go. Then it's question time. Alright, so this is the point of the show when I usually talk about how my week went, and oh boy. This has been a shit show of a week for a multitude of things. So for starters, we finally finished up Cagney and Lacey this week. That is the huge thing here. All 7 seasons are now done, minus the last 3 episodes of season 1 that I refuse to watch because that season is total garbage. Started watching the movies. We have one left to go. The 1996 movie, Cagney Lacey, True Confessions. The final movie to go. So that's pretty cool. I've been watching some Samurai Pizza Cats this week. Really good. I'm up to the second part of the 2-part episode, which is really fun. I've been hanging out on Retro Crush's channel, on Retro Crush's app, I should say. Played some Puzzles and Dragons. Love the Fever Dungeons are going on. And today I watched Gilded Guy versus Oxobe. That came out like on the 15th. And I wasn't aware of this. I had subscribed to that channel and I wasn't aware that the new video had dropped. And I'm watching it this morning and I'm like, oh my god, this is good. I tweeted it. I tweeted the song that was in it because I found that song, and I love the comments were like, I wonder how many people are going to be brought here by Gilded Guy Story 6. And I'm like, that's what brought me here. I was like, that's what got me here. It's called Alien Victory. It is really good. I'm not going to lie. Even the animation is just perfect on this. I've been practicing my drawing this week, so I'm getting a little better. I'm planning to start scanning these in, so I have the images all set and ready to go to pretty much put up and show everybody what I've done, because at some point I'm going to end up going back to work, and I won't have the extra time to do this anymore, sadly. But it's still nice to work on that, and I'm getting some free audio off of the YouTube audio thing for it, so that's going to be pretty fun. I just don't know how long I want to put each picture up on the screen yet. But everybody's going to see what I've been working on. I mean, I have definitely made improvements. My mom has vouched for it. A friend of ours that has seen me drawing in my one sketchbook has vouched for it. I have made definite improvements, beyond a doubt. I do have one image of Chipman in it. I want to try to get the other 3 main characters and then get the standalones for the villains like Professor Karot, Dr. Brocco Lee, and Colonel P-Rod and the Pretzel Army. Yes, it's a stupid idea I had, okay, a while back. And I'm still working on it. I mean, I kind of like it. The whole story is basically P-Ado is this mild-mannered potato chip that, once given the power of the Salt Belt, a mystical item that was said to bring about peace or destruction at the whim of the user, he uses it to basically protect Snack Food City, which is filled with everything. You have, Professor Karot is trying to destroy half of it, wanting everything to be carrot-flavored, everything. Dr. Brocco Lee just wants everything to be broccoli sprouts coming everywhere. Colonel P-Rod and the Pretzel Army are sort of like Lieutenant Farrell and the enforcers from SWAT Cats, where they think they can handle everything and they can't handle everything. And then you have Chipman and his little merry band of people. You have Chipman himself, then there's Cheddar, the silent ninja type that is basically like a chip-based Pokemon, can only say its name Cheddar. And you have Salt and Vinegar. I think I might have had one more in there. I don't know. I'd have to find my old sketches of it, or rewatch that one video, the one Q&A video, see him again. So there's that. Otherwise, this week's been kind of fun. So I have a really interesting story to tell. A couple interesting ones quick. And it's tough to find because this one's going to be a little long, because I think the one or a couple topics are going to be a little short, and I can lump the one in together, so it's not a big deal. But I got 2 interesting stories to talk about this week. So I was really nice to help my mom out this week fixing up the potatoes for dinner. Now, when she makes potatoes, I end up having French fries. And mine come from look, they're on sale at the store. We bought a giant bag. I get a couple of them put on the tray along with some chicken, because I'm not a huge fan of the potatoes that we get. I never really was a fan of eating them when I was growing up either, so there was that. But I helped my mom chop these up quick, and she wanted them in small cubes. I'm like, okay, I can handle this quick. She had to go run and use the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, I'll chop them up quick for you. I don't know how in the hell I did it. I don't know how in the hell I managed to do it, but I ended up turning a potato into French fries. Somehow, some way, I turned them into French fries. I don't know how. I cannot for the life of me figure out how I did that. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, these don't look like how Mom did it. Oh, I just completely destroyed a potato. Oh, God, she's going to be pissed. And I'm like, oh, my God, no. I thought she was going to lose her mind. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm screwed. She's going to be so freaking pissed off at this. Nope, she's laughing. The whole time I'm telling her this, she's laughing hysterically. It's like, it's so cute. You can't slice a potato. This is so cute. I don't know how the hell you managed to turn them into first. I don't know either. But then, because with everything that's going on, that was story number 1. Story number 2, so my state is said that come Monday, if you want to go into a business that was still open during the whole COVID-19 thing, you have to have a mask on. So I'm like, okay, that's Monday. It's supposed to go into effect like 8 p.m. Monday, I think they were saying. My mom even checked it out and double-checked it. So I thought, okay, well, we wanted to go out and get some gas last night at the convenience store. It's like a couple miles from us. It's like, yeah, we'll go out here, get some gas quick. We get out there, and I'm like, man, this parking lot's empty. It's like 6, like maybe quarter after 6, 6:30 at night, and I'm like, man, this parking lot is empty. What the hell gives? We go to the one gas pump, and here there's a notice on it. All customers must wear a mask before entering the store. And I'm like, that doesn't take effect until Monday. So I had to run back home. I mean, happily it's only a couple miles out of our way. So I had to run back home because a friend of ours made us a couple masks. Had to run back home, get those, come back to the convenience store, then go in. Then as we're going in, looking like we're going to rob the damn place, just from having this on. Nobody else in there is wearing one, save for like a couple old people. Nobody else has them on. And we walk in there with these things like we're about to rob this goddamn bitch. Like we're about to just pull out like assault rifle or something and just rob the place. That was honestly the look I think we were getting from some of the employees and some of the customers. Like, oh my God, they're going to rob this place. Oh my God, it's going to be a robbery. Then all of a sudden, my mom goes, nobody's wearing them. Nobody's wearing a damn mask. And the lady behind the counter goes, oh yeah, you don't need those till tomorrow. We're instigating the policy effective tomorrow. That being today. And the whole time I'm pumping gas. The whole time I'm putting the gas in the car, I'm like, you couldn't have just put a sign, like adjust your sign here at your pump and on your fucking door, and it could have just said, effective insert date here, you will be required. Insert date here. And I think they kind of realized this might be why we aren't having any customers out here right now. You think? It's a pretty strong possibility. Gee, I wonder why you're not having any... I wonder why. But that was yesterday. Today was fun, but not as much fun as that. So yeah, that was pretty much how my week went. One massive, gigantic, weird storm of stuff. I did work on some other videos. I do plan on getting up. I did do one video, but I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to put it up now because I have these... freaking audio pitch in it again somehow, courtesy of the one microphone not wanting to work right, and I still don't know why my laptop does this to me. It pisses me off when it does this. I don't know why. I get like this feedback. I know you can hear it out there, but I don't have it happening now as best that I know of, but I gotta work on that. But yeah, that's been my week. Remember, Q&A videos, though, is next week, so I'm looking... Oh, no, not next week, but the week after, Tuesday after, I'm hoping to record it. Hopefully I'll be able to get it up either Wednesday or Thursday, but worst case scenario might have to record it Sunday and then just put it up Monday. I don't really care if I have to do that. I'll do it. It doesn't bother me because I don't technically know when I have to go back. They're aiming for the 1st of May, but I don't know. So it's up in the air yet. I have no freaking clue. If I decide to just up and change the date for the questions, I'll put a video up. And I'll make an announcement on Facebook and Twitter, so make sure you check it out. Make sure you subscribe and have the bell notification rung. Because if I change it up, I will let everybody know by, like, at least Wednesday if I decide to change it. Because then I'll want them in by, like, Thursday at a certain time. So if I decide to change it, that'll be the change. If not, it'll still be next Saturday at 12 a.m. I'll want the question. So that's about it. Let's get into the podcast, shall we? And get this thing rolling. Alright, so unfortunately we have 2 passings to talk about this week. It's really sad when people pass away. However, these 2 are pretty high up there. I mean, they are pretty damn well known, and if they're not, they had better damn well be. Especially the first one here. So, voice actor Keiji Fujiwara has sadly passed away at the age of 55 due to cancer. His Air agency, announced on Thursday that he passed away on April 12th at the age of 55. Family held a private wake and funeral. He had gone on hiatus from voice acting in August 2016 to undergo medical treatment for an unspecified illness, but gradually returned to work in 2017. You probably will know him for such characters as Hiroshi Nohara from Crayon Shin-Chan, Holland in Eureka 7, Maze Hughes in Full Metal Alchemist, Leorio in the 2011 version of Hunter x Hunter, Axel in Kingdom Hearts, Adrian from Final Fantasy 15, Reno from Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children and Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and AC/DC from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He also has some other notable roles, including Lad Russo in Bakano, Shuichi Izawa from Death Note, Ali Al Shazez, I think is how you pronounce it, from Gundam 00, Shiro Fujimoto from Blue Exorcist, Yugen in Grand Blue Fantasy, and the Japanese dub for Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark in the Avengers film. So this is really sad. And it really hits home when you actually go through that list of characters. And the first one that should come to, if you're a real anime fan, the first one that'll definitely come to your mind is Maze Hughes, because Maze Hughes was a very popular character in Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and his death in the series is still one that is up there. In all honesty, for me, it's right under Nina Tucker, because what Shao Tucker did to his daughter is unexcusable and despicable to begin with, but how Maze Hughes died, it just realizing it really hits you hard. So Mace Hughes was the major underneath, or was pals with, no, was he Captain Hughes? I don't remember. No, I think he was. Oh, either way, but he was yeah, he was basically alongside Roy Mustang. He wanted to help Roy Mustang change the government in a Full Metal Alchemist. And he died at the hands of, ironically, if I remember right, it was the homunculi that killed, hold on, let me double check here. But I'm pretty sure it was the homunculi that, I think it was the one that, I think it was the one that Ed and Alec brought back. That was the one that was supposedly, that they thought was their mom. I think that was the one that they had, that had killed him. I don't remember if it was that one or if it was Lust. I don't think it was Lust. I think it was her. I gotta double check that. And sorry if you hear my laptop doing the fan noise in the background. It's trying to update. It's failing miserably at it, but it's trying. It's not exactly going to work, but it's trying. Let's see here. Investigating homunculi. Okay, no, he was killed by envy. Okay. I knew it was one of the homunculi. I just didn't remember which one it was. Okay, so yeah, it was, he was killed by Envy. That's right, Envy was the one that could transform into anything. That's the one that killed him. So, Envy was the one that ended up doing him in. So if you actually know the story of Maze Hughes, this actually makes the death even more sad. Not to mention the fact that, I mean, for starters, this is a really tragic, thing that happens, especially nowadays when a lot of voice actors and that are really getting more popular with slight remakes of the shows, retro anime channels coming up that's going to start giving them some more notoriety. This is really sad. But the interesting thing here that I didn't even know, the Air Agency he had actually founded. The Air Agency Talent Management Agency back in 2006, and was its representative director until his death. So that's actually quite interesting to know. See, like I've said, you learn more about somebody after they die than you ever do while they're alive, and that's the sad truth. It sucks, but it's true. You learn more about somebody when they die than you ever do when they're alive. So it's sad. It really is. But on top of that, because that was one death this week, there was another one. Sadly, we also lost Rick May. Now, for those of you who don't know who that is, if the name doesn't ring a bell right away for you, which, I mean, it didn't even for me either. I didn't really ring a bell. He was a veteran voice actor, most notably credited for his video game roles as Star Fox's Peppy Hare and Team Fortress 2's Soldier. He sadly has passed away at the age of 79 from the COVID-19 coronavirus. He also voiced Star Fox's Andros and Genghis Khan in Age of Empires 2. He had been in a nursing home after suffering a stroke earlier in the year, where he contracted the virus. An art school where he had been teaching announced the news, adding that he was then moved to a Swedish hospital where he received care before he passed on. So, this isn't a joke, people. I mean, I wasn't sure, and I'm actually gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't sure at first if this was actually a real story or not. I wasn't 100% sure, but yes, it is. I double, triple checked it then. So yeah, but at the time, I didn't even know if this was real or not. I wasn't sure, and I was like, "This is wow. This is huge." So we've lost two veteran voice actors this week, and it's just really sad that they're gone now. Their memories are going to live on. That's the thing, because you're always going to have the Team Fortress 2 videos, the rip-off videos. You're always going to have, Star Fox's peppy hair videos, stuff like that. So you're always going to have the memory of them. Just like you're always going to have these characters that Keiji Fujiwara did too. They're always going to... They're still going to be there. It's not like they're just going to up and go away if they're going to retire them or anything. Because Mace Hughes was a huge character in Full Metal Alchemist. Leorio is a humongous character in Hunter x Hunter. So the only downside is that if they do remake or bring back the Hunter x Hunter series as an anime, they're going to have to get a different voice for Leorio for the Japanese version, which is going to... that could actually be good and bad, but then again, if you look at with Dragon Ball Super, they kind of did that with when Hiromi Suru passed away, the voice of Bulma. They did find somebody that, in all honesty, if you watch the first clip she did, it was in like a soap commercial that they used Bulma and Vegeta in, you could literally tell that it wasn't somebody... It almost sounded like it was not somebody different, but you could kind of tell it was, but you couldn't 100% tell. It was like a slight difference in pitch, but nothing else. It sounded exactly like her, and I was like, damn. But yeah, so this is really sad. But as always, here on the show, as we always do, when somebody passes away, I have a moment of silence for the both of them. I wish my neighbors would be a little more quiet. You're probably going to hear something far out echoing, but I apologize for that. But if we could please have a moment of silence for the passing of both Keiji Fujiwara and the former voice actor I got to pull the article. Stupid laptop doesn't want to work right. And Rick May, thank you. I had to pull it up off the notes because my Chrome just decided to stop functioning correctly. That's just wonderful. Wonderful. So, if we could please have a moment of silence, if we may. Thank you both for everything that you've done. Alright, so if you're a fan of Minecraft, you're about to get a pleasant upgrade to your experience. So, Minecraft announced that it's getting a massive graphics overhaul. And the pictures that I'm seeing on this and the video that's up online about it, holy shit, this game just got like 100 times better than I think it was before. Now, I have not played Minecraft. I don't have a system to play it. I don't have the time to play it. I don't have the ability to play it. I mean, I designed like some levels for my one buddy. I thought about like some ideas, so I drew them on paper and then I mailed them. Literally just mailed them to him because I couldn't get him to stop by and pick them the hell up. So I just mailed them to him in a damn envelope. And all of a sudden he got them. It's like, oh yeah, I don't know if I can make any of this though. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good. And that'll take a lot of time and effort. And as much as I'd like to do stuff like that, I don't think I can. But see, I didn't have an understanding of how the game worked. So it's like, yeah, this is what I can do. But basically, players are going to be able to explore Minecraft with dazzling new visuals when its RTX beta gets underway, which it, as of right now, is, apparently. NVIDIA announced it was working on bringing real-time ray tracing to the popular open-world crafting game at last year's Gamescom. And according to a new blog post by the computer. Well, no, probably by the computer. You never know. By the company, the fruits of that labor are only a few days away as of the writing of this article. There's a lot of technical issue. Basically, it boils down to the idea that ray tracing makes Minecraft look a lot more vibrant and lifelike thanks to things like better shadows, reflections, atmospheric effects, and other improvements to the lighting. You know what would really make Minecraft one step better? Have circles and squares. Let's really screw things up a bit. I mean, I'm just screwing with you. I like the whole concept of the square thing. I just think you can have like thinner squares for the arms and legs of the person, and thicker squares when they have like armor on. But it's always thick squares, and it's like you're literally a walking, moving letter T. It kind of bothers me. When the beta begins, players are going to be able to explore 6 finished worlds made by existing Minecraft creators, meant to showcase the new visual efforts. I wonder how much they got paid extra for that. I don't know. That's a good question. One is called Aquatic Adventure. It consists of a kingdom set out in lagoon. While another Imagination Island. I wonder if it's got a talking weird, like slightly overweight version of Willy Wonka that flies you around up there in a dirigible. It's like imagination. Oh my god, that's just funny. It's a sprawling theme park, complete with a Ferris wheel. Oh yeah, okay, I can imagine a Ferris wheel. Hold on, let me picture that in my head as it spins around in all of its cubular glory. The beta even includes a neon district, the Cyberpunk 2077 looking world. Man, I cannot escape this somehow. I got another topic to talk about. It's basically Cyberpunk. Holy Christ, I cannot escape that. Okay, so when I look at the thumbnail here for the video, it's up on YouTube. It's Minecraft with RTX official beta announced trailer. So I can see what I'm assuming is the Lagoon one. I'm assuming that the one over to, Neon District over here is supposed to be your Cyberpunk one, so that's one's easy to figure out. So I'm assuming the one in the middle is probably that Lagoon one, and the one over to the other side is Imagination, but I'm not 100% sure. They may not even be either of the two either. That could just be, like for shits and giggles. But according to this, the Cyberpunk 2077 one is Neon District. And you can clearly see Neon District because it has a giant display on it that says Neon District. It's like Hollywood. It needs to have itself known. Got to stroke its own cock on this one. Well, it does. Okay, so this was one that was created by a YouTuber, ironically, called Elysium Fire. Or Elysium Fire, I guess you call it. I don't pronounce words right, folks. I really don't. Oh, shit. And then there's a thing on here that is... Oh, what the hell? Okay, yeah. You know how anything happens on this show? Yeah, okay, I'm talking about one thing, and then I see a topic down here that says, oh, hey, uh-oh. Let me check this. This better be not, from the last couple days here. Okay, no, this is from last year. Okay, never mind. Because, literally right underneath it, it has down about the long-promised graphics overhaul canceled. And I look at the, okay, wait, when was this fall? Oh, okay, back in freaking August of last year. Okay, yeah, okay, no. Alright, so yeah, this isn't the, no. Alright, so this isn't related. Or if it is, it's old news. Because this is the newer one that came out earlier, and apparently it is out. So yeah, this is the newer one. So okay, yeah, all still good yet, folks. All still good. All still good. But of course, though, it wouldn't be Minecraft without players being able to build their own shit. Stuff. Craft that diamond plated armor and punch trees with your bare hands to make yourself a wooden pickaxe. Yeah, all that fun shit. In addition to creating new worlds from scratch, NVIDIA has also has a handy guide for how players can try to port their existing creations into the beta. To see how they look with ray tracing, players can also experiment with new physically based textures. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Unlike Minecraft's normal textures, which consist of base colors and opacity, these new textures include 4 more attributes: metalness, immersiveness, roughness, and height. It almost sounds like they're summoning the Minecraft version of Captain Planet. Metalness, immersiveness, roughness, height. Oh, God, it does. It does, in a way. Like, you have 3 of them that have ness at the end of it, and then you have height. Like, height. I always felt sorry in Captain Planet. Every time Mati had to say heart, he had Kwame who goes earth, Wheeler that goes fire, Linka that does wind. God, I forget the name of the chick that had the water ring. God, it bugs me. I don't know, look that up. What the hell? It bugs me. It always has. I can never remember her name. Okay, I'm gonna sell this once and for all. I can never remember her name. That is the thing that bugs me. I can never remember her name. Never remember it. What the fuck was her name? Jesus. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't give a flying rat's ass about it. Screw the... Gee! Okay, Gee. Okay, whew, Gee. Alright, now I remember. Okay, so you have, Kwame, Wheeler, Linka, Gee, and Mati. Okay, and I always felt sorry for Mati. He always had to go heart. It's like, you have earth, fire, wind, water, heart. What the heck is heart? And I always felt sorry for him. It's like, he's got the stupidest power out of the 5 of them. He's got the weakest and stupidest power of them all. And I'm just like, oh my God, this sucks so bad. I feel so sorry for him. But that literally just sounded like, this is the Minecraft equivalent of summoning Captain Planet. And I'm like, oh my God. That was good. The result, though, is blocks that look more realistic and tactile and less like MS Paint files you printed out and pasted onto a wall. Oh, that burns. That burns. Damn. There is no current end date, though, for the beta, so that's not too bad. The company expects to release the ray tracing graphics overhaul as a free update for the game sometime within this calendar year. So, within this calendar year, now, is that via Microsoft's calendar year or the world calendar year? Because if it's the world calendar year, I could see it. I could understand that. But if it's Microsoft's calendar year, their calendar year is about 5 years to every 1 year. That's the exchange ratio. It's 5 Microsoft years equals 1 of our years. So for them to say then the next calendar year, does that mean it's going to be a calendar year for them? Which would be like, no, it'd be the other way around. It'd be 5 years for us and 1 year for them. So is it going to be like 5 years for us and a year for them? I forgot. It's the other way around. It's the other way around. Yeah, it's the other way around. So it's 5 years ours equals 1 Microsoft year. It's true. It's true. It's fun. I have a blast at it. But yeah, so this is actually pretty cool. That you can do this, the whole ray tracing thing, and it does look really good. I'm not gonna lie. And you actually look at the picture that they have here in the article. It really does look like these are better graphics. I mean, I literally think that I'm walking in a jungle looking at this, and I will not deny even for a second that I am very, very impressed by it. Mostly with how it not only looks, the graphics look really lovely. But here's my main concern, though. What's this going to do for the performance of the system? I mean, you're going to have a more powerful PC to play this bitch. Because, I mean, this is just making me remember back when BioShock first came out. And if you know the story of BioShock, you'll know where I'm going with this. If you ever wanted to play BioShock when it first came out, you needed a souped up PC to handle that. Just running basic mode. Because I looked at the back of that the one time, and I was hanging out with my buddy Sean. I was hanging out with him, and it's like we're looking at some of the games. This was at I think we were at FYE or no. I think we were over at GameStop, and they still had PC games yet. And we're looking at it, and he goes, "You really need a high up PC to run this." He goes, "What the hell?" He goes, "You need a like fucking advanced piece of crap to run this thing." And it's like I agree with him. You kind of do. So it does kind of suck, but yeah, that thing takes a lot of power. It had like a mass thing, but that's my main concern though. Is this gonna like overtax the graphics chips and the graphics cards and PCs that they're gonna have to replace them? Is there gonna be like a mode to like kind of render it in for that? Like it'll dumb it down to that, but is it gonna change the frame rate issue? And I guess, with it being in beta, that's actually not a bad idea. They're gonna have to understand this and go underway. But when this does get officially added as an official update, then I'm pretty sure you can easily expect, especially from how it looks, you can easily expect probably having to get another graphics chip, a graphics card. Without a doubt, you'll probably have to get another graphics card, 100%. I don't doubt that for a minute, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it does look good. It does look good, but it's just basically the way it seems. You are gonna need another graphics card to run this. At least if you're gonna go for like 60 frames per second or 60 FPS, you're gonna probably have another graphics card on this. 30, it might hit 30. But I'm gonna honestly go out on a limb here and say if this is gonna be playing 60 FPS, no way in hell, no fucking way in hell that a simple off-the-shelf graphics card on a computer is gonna handle it. That's gonna be like you're gonna be searching eBay, try to find a deal on one. Yeah, it's gonna drive you up a fucking tree. I can almost guarantee it. So that'll suck. I won't lie, but yeah, I mean. Yeah, eBay's a good place to find some. You'll find somebody that'll have one like real cheap, like an open box one or something. You can get a little cheaper than normal. There's like a whole bunch of them. And sometimes you can get one that might actually be like slightly used. Like, okay, somebody had it, but then like their motherboard died. The chip's fine. Oh yeah, here, I'll just sell the chip and I'll sell the card. And I keep saying chip. I'll sell the card. And yeah, you can just make your money that way and get a cheaper version. It works. So that's an idea, but then that also brings up what graphics cards can be able to handle this, because if this is going to have as much power as I think it's going to need, first off, you're going to have a pretty souped up graphics card to handle that, and that kind of basically makes it like one of the heavy hitters for like if you're building a solid gaming PC from scratch. I mean, this is definitely not going to be something that you're just going to pull components off the shelf at a tech store, or just go to your local like Best Buy and go rummaging through their computer section, which by the way you can't even do right now anyway. You have to order all their shit online, so that's fun. Which, like I said, that's gonna make eBay and Amazon look like really good options to try to find open box, especially eBay. You can probably find open box on eBay like you wouldn't believe, real cheap. I know I'm looking for stuff on eBay and Amazon right now that I've been kind of like fishing for, trying to see if somebody might have one that they might be willing to strike a deal up. Like camera, definitely. I mean, I still have a camera. I still have a camcorder. Just I really got to try to either plug that thing in, give it a nice full charge, see if it'll handle it, which it won't, which it probably won't. But try anyway. And then definitely, or better yet, just actually get like an actual camera. I mean, I gotta get a battery for something too. But, I'm always looking for ideas. But, yeah, you can probably find something like that on eBay. You'll have to find another graphics card, definitely. When this becomes a massive update, it's going to change up how Minecraft's going to play. But, I mean, for the time being, it's only in beta, so you're still, like, a while off of that. But that is, I mean, if you're, like, a hardcore PC gamer and Minecraft's, like, your big thing, like, oh, I do a YouTube channel that's all Minecraft plays or something like that, you might seriously be considering upping your graphics card for this. I can almost guarantee it, you're probably going to need a stronger graphics card for this when it goes live, because they're going to have changes that are going to be done between the beta and the actual release. You're going to have, I mean, if it's going to be like a 30 frames per second, maybe a basic card might handle it. But if you're going to want that 60 frames per second and clear crispness, yeah, you're probably going to have to upgrade your graphics card. And that's going to be a bitch. So, can you just keep that? It's just fun stuff to keep in mind, I guess. You know, for when you get screwed. Alright, so this one definitely caught my attention this week. So, Tokyo Animator Dormitory Dormitory. That's Directory. Dormitory is starting up a YouTube channel. So, you better believe I'll subscribe. So long as it's not, you have to pay, but I don't think I'll have to. I'm seriously gonna probably subscribe to this. I'll probably do it tomorrow even. I'm not signed into YouTube right now, so definitely do it later. But a couple years ago, Otaku USA magazine shared a look at the Animator Dormitory, a place for infamously low-paid newbie animators to live at reduced rates. You know, sort of like Roach Motel for animators, I guess. The dormitory is an ongoing project, and in addition to crowdfunding, they're also looking for new ways to improve wages for animators and educating people worldwide about how the industry works or doesn't work. I want to stress this. I have said this multiple times, and I stand by it. They have my undying sympathy. I am not gonna lie. When I was in 6th grade, we had a project for art class, and we had to design an actual visual thing that the teacher was going to take each individual piece, scan it in, and then basically make a neat little animation out of it. We had to make that, and I ended up getting screwed out of mine. I was doing the literal ending for the presentation, and I got screwed because we ended up getting a new kid that came back in a different class, same grade but different class, who ended up getting my project, stealing half of it, and I couldn't finish it, and I ended up failing that project until my mom so lovingly complained, because we had freaking evidence, because especially the fact that I'm staying up really late the night before it was due, and I'm not even joking. I'm staying up. I'm in my room. I had this little Pikachu nightlight, which I sadly don't have anymore. I mean, I think I took the Pikachu part off of it, but the bulb burned out, so I couldn't fix it. And I literally have that on, shining up, and I am trying my damnedest to basically draw the lines in to make this look better. And I was not getting it done. In all honesty, I probably would have been pulling an all-nighter. I probably would have fell asleep the next day in class, and my mom would have caught hell. And then it probably would have been, well, I was missing, because I was missing half my project. The other half of it was gone. It disappeared. I couldn't find it. Wasn't in my folder. And here we found out the person took it, erased my name on the back of it, and put their own down, and literally stole it from me. And they ended up getting a passing grade on it, and that's when my mom threw a fit. So, fun little story. You get little tidbits of history from how I became so cynical later on in life. It's like, yeah, here's another story from Andrew's school days. Believe me, there's enough in that haunted house to pretty much scare the pants off of Alfred Hitchcock. I'm sorry, it would. But yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, animators, they get my undying sympathy. I don't honestly, if I had the ability to do it, I would buy you all a sandwich. Hell, I'd buy you all a cup of noodles. I'm not even joking. I feel so sorry for them. I really do. If I owned I'm not even going to lie, if I would own like a restaurant or something near like a hotel or an apartment building where they were all staying at, I would literally cut them a discount. I go, no, you guys are animators? No, you guys get a discount. No, you guys get like 20% off your meal. I wouldn't even hesitate, because I feel for them. They have a thankless job that goes they get piss poorly paid for it. And it's not even an understatement. I know a lot of people make that joke that, oh, well, they get paid like pennies on the dollar. No, they pretty much do. They get paid a piss poor amount of money. And you're thinking, well, they'll get royalties if the thing goes, out there. They don't always, because there's always a clause in the contract that states that they'll only get paid X amount because they're a contractual base. So that way they can hire and fire them if they need be. Now, I think they have a union. I'm almost sure they do. But I don't exactly know off the top of my head, so don't quote me. But what a lot of companies will do is they'll be like, oh, look, you're on a contract basis, so you get paid this much per everything, per like panel you get done, or per per thing you get done, and that's what you get. So then you're basically busting your ass to try to get 50, 60, 70 pages done a day. So like if you're getting paid, I'm going to give a hypothetical scenario here because I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head, so I'm going to give a hypothetical. Let's say you're getting paid $100 like a week, or you're getting paid $5 or less. I'll even make it a little, I'll go a little worse. Let's say base is like $2 a page. You're busting your ass to try to get at least a bare minimum of maybe 30 to 40 pages done before you leave at the end of the day. And the reason why is because that's if they're doing like a 9 to 5. But most places they're working like, oh look, this is what we need, like 150 pages, you get $2 a page. And if they only get like maybe 60, 70, 80 pages that they have to do, $2 a page, that's, I mean, worse. At best, it's like $160. But then you also have to realize that they may not get work then for 2, 3, 4 weeks. So that $160 is all they're going to have for a while. Or they'll end up getting smaller, like, oh, look, you have those pages you just got done. Okay, here's another, like, 50 pages you need to get done. It's a thankless job. They never get thanked for it. They honestly don't. And they have my undying sympathy. They really do. I feel for them. Honest to God, I feel for them. Especially nowadays, with a lot of stuff being able to be done on computers. While it does kind of make it faster, they also would probably get a little less. But yeah, you have my undying gratitude. You honestly do. I like I said, I'd buy them all a damn sandwich. I'd buy them all a cup of noodles. Hell, if I owned a restaurant, they would get a fucking discount. Just come here, shoot the shit. I don't care. You'd get a fucking discount in my restaurant. I swear to God, you would. But I like how the picture on here is the reality of an animator. You just see this character really stressing out, overworked, trying their damnedest to get all this done. You can just see the stacks and stacks of work that's there. And like I said, I feel for him. I really do. But one of the newest efforts, though, in this direction to try to get improved wages and educating us, people about this. I was going to say ignorant people, but there are a lot of us that do understand how horrible this is for them. Like I said, I feel for them. I really do. But one of the newer ways to get more people to know about this, they've done a YouTube channel. The channel currently hosts 6 videos describing things like why animators, especially newbies, get paid so little. What life is like for those who've just started their first jobs, doing in between animations. So you have all that. All of the animated videos are in English and include stories of real people living and otherwise involved with the dormitory. Now keep in mind, everything that I've said is what I've read from, like, comments, interviews, and stuff like that. I have not seen this channel yet. Okay? I have not watched anything that this channel has put out yet. So I just want to throw that out there. I have not watched anything yet that this channel has done. But it's basically, like I said, I feel for them. Because they might get, like, here's this amount of work they have to do here. And that's when you first start out. Because they're not going to give the newbies that much, or they'll give them too much to try to see, okay, you really got to keep up and go and move fast. But yeah, like I said, they get my undying gratitude either way. I mean, I feel sorry for them. They create something and they work on something that brings me joy. Believe me, you get my thanks for that. And it's a thankless job, but I will be more than happy to thank you for the pain, the torture, the mental anguish you go through for me to be able to sit down and watch something for like 20-some minutes to escape my life for 20-some minutes. You get my undying gratitude beyond a doubt, you get my undying gratitude. If anybody would ever come up to me and go, oh, being an animator is easy, I would flip the hell out on them. You get my undying gratitude beyond a shadow of a doubt. You get my undying gratitude. I mean, it is thankless work schedules, thankless hours. You are busting your skin. I've read Bakuman. It's like, I know what the life sort of like is for a mangaka. For a mangaka, so I know that. Mostly from that. And before somebody goes, well, that was a manga, that was fake. Yeah, you actually read the interviews from the people who created it. That was literally pretty much a rendition of this is what it's like. Because they actually ran that, they used their own experiences to make that. And it's like, this is pretty much what it's like. And people have even agreed to it. That is pretty much an almost spot on, this is what it's like. And like I said, you get my undying gratitude. You honestly do. I feel for you in more ways than you could ever imagine. I feel sorry for you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, for starters. I thank you for what you go through. But you have my undying gratitude. You really do. I mean, you literally do a thankless job. Beyond a doubt. You do a thankless job. But there is that. Anyway, if you want to check out this channel, it is live. There, like I said, 6 videos are up. I have not watched any of them yet. I do plan to. Probably watch them at some point this week. I wouldn't doubt it. Mostly because I haven't just had a chance to watch it yet, but I will probably watch it this week. Because I'll have a chance to, but yeah. Animators will always have my undying gratitude. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, always. Okay, I love this topic. This is going to be fun. So, for those of you out there who know the character or the name, let me just say the name here. Selena Gomez. Okay? No, as far as I am concerned, as far as I know, I don't believe there's any relation to Gomez Adams. I have never really heard of anybody having the last name of Gomez. I mean, I've heard of Gomez Adams from the Addams family, but I have never heard of Gomez being a last name. But Selena Gomez, for those of you that don't know, is... I kind of want to say she's the wannabe. The wannabe? Well, I don't... What's a good word for putting it this way? I've watched Wizards of Waverly Place, okay? She was not one of my favorite characters in that show. I'm not going to lie. I watched the show. I was pretty much watching the show to see what her dad was doing, because her dad is a better actor than she is. I'm sorry. That's right. That's where I throw it at here, okay? She's a singer, actress, countless other things. But now you can also add filing a $10 million lawsuit against a game company for a mobile phone game to her list of things that she is now currently doing. Okay, so I love this. So here's the thing, and I saw the picture they have up here. It's literally a flipped picture of her. I guess it's what, Flair. See, I don't even follow magazines anymore. To tell you the truth, I don't follow magazines anymore. It doesn't even say. No, it doesn't. Oh no, okay, images from Variety. Okay, it still doesn't help. But basically, yeah. So Selena Gomez has filed a. Oh, this is funny. Has filed a $10 million lawsuit against the companies responsible for Clothes Forever styling game, a phone game that will, by its own account, allow you to live out all your fantasies and become the fashionista you were born to be. No, I think there was a couple DS games that did that long before you. I think there's a couple of those virtual girlfriend games that are out for phones and mobile devices that beat you to that punch. I'm sorry. I think that you've been beaten to the punch already. In reality, it's a cheap dress-up game that, like most mobile titles, looks to gouge the players through the sales of diamonds. An in-game currency that costs anywhere from $1 to $99 a pop. I say that again. This pretty much can cost you anywhere from $1 to $99 a pop. This is called microtransactions. This is called a freemium game. That's what a good 90% of mobile games are. Freemium. I mean, Puzzles and Dragons is freemium. SAOIF is freemium. Lucid Adventure is freemium. Contest of Champions is freemium. Almost every single game I have found is freemium. You just basically look for the ones that, oh look, it's free to play, but there are in-game purchases that can make your game better, but you can still play for free. That's the games you have the most fun with. The ones where, look, here's the natural stopping point. You've run out of stamina. Oh, look, you can use the in-game currency that you can get by doing certain things in the game to increase your stamina. Okay, then you can keep playing, or you can just take it as a, you know what? I've reached a good stopping point. I've made some good distance in this. I think I'm going to stop for a little bit, let my eyes blink for a little while, and then come back. But apparently Variety is reporting that Gomez is suing both Guangzhou Feidong Software Technologies Incorporated and British company Mutant Box Interactive Limited. And I know I probably mispronounced the one, but I do apologize. Over the game, claiming that it uses her likeness, specifically her image, an image of her used for the cover of Flare magazine without permission. Okay. It's the inverse, though. From the picture up here, it looks... it's a fucking inverse of the picture. And, I mean, they could have just changed up the hair color, widened the jaw a little bit, dropped the jaw a little bit. I mean, it's literally a cartoon version of you. Honestly, you know what? They do a better job making a cartoon version of her than most of the mobile apps that can make a cartoon version of yourself. I mean, then again, okay, it's a freaky magazine cover picture, but still... I mean, for God's sake, it honestly looks like a better cartoon rendition than most apps give you the ability to make a cartoon version of yourself. God knows I've looked into those. Just, throwing that out there. Her suit even throws some shit on the game, saying, nor if asked would Gomez have consented to such use for the game, which apparently relies on the unsavory practice of luring its users to make in-game purchases in amounts as much as $99.99 to fund imaginary spending in the game and unlock features. Okay, so first off, she's suing them because they used her image without permission. That I could believe. That 100% you could buy. First year law student could win you that. Was there a contract signed? No. Were you approached about it? No. Okay, this is an open and shut case. That one's freaking easy to go. Unless you agree to pay her a crap ton of money to yank her freaking image out of this game, or else you're going to be facing our legal action. There is no copyright protection for this. You're literally stealing her image without her permission. That's said and done. That, honest to God, is simple and easy. Throwing shit onto the game, so basically throwing more fuel onto your already winning fire, mind you, is the fact that you're going, you would never have consented to this because it relies on microtransactions, which is 90% of games nowadays. I mean, there are Switch games that still require microtransactions. That's why there's a Nintendo store. So, yeah, I just kind of get an interesting kick out of that. It should be noted, though, that Gomez is but one of the celebrities whose likeness has been lifted for the game, with others including Taylor Swift, and of course, everyone's favorite Kardashian, Kim. Yeah, that's why I said that. I have no respect for the Kardashians. I'm sorry. I really don't. But I find this hilarious. So, I mean, there's some screenshots here of it, and yeah. All right, you can definitely tell the one's Taylor Swift. Yeah, I can definitely tell the one's Kim. There looks like other ones in here. They may have consented. I don't know. I swear the one in picture 3, the Travel It's World, looks kind of familiar to me. At least one of the two. I don't know which one. But, yeah, okay. I can understand their thing here. So this was definitely a made on the cheap. First off, obviously not that cheap because they really did a good job taking an actual image of these people and cartoonifying it. I mean, there's no fucking app that I have been able to find that has done a decent job of this. They actually put out for some software to do this. So, if they have the ability to turn a photo of an actual person into a cartoon, into a 2D cartoon, put that fucking app out there, put in-app purchases in that, then make some money that way. You will make a fortune off of that, I promise you. This is El Cheapo Rama. There's a crap ton of these types of games out there. You put out whatever software you used, if it's something you created, you put that out there as a mobile app, you will be raking in the money so fast it won't even be funny. I mean, you put a free version out there with in-app purchases, you'll make money. Oh my God, will you make money? You will be hand over fist making money. But yeah, I mean, I understand it, that it's basically she's pissed. She's pissed. That is understandable. She's pissed. I mean, fuck, I'd be pissed too. I'd be fucking livid. But yeah, I get it. I understand it. There's really nothing you can do on it. But yeah, she's gonna sue. I think the $10 million though is a little high. She's probably not even gonna get close to that. I'm gonna be honest. At best, maybe they might settle somewhere in the realm of $5 million, like maybe half or a quarter of it, like maybe $2.5 million. She's not in any way, shape, or form getting $10 million. No freaking way. Even if her lawyers agreed to do it pro bono, she's not getting $10 million. And she can't claim that, at least to the best of my knowledge, she won't be able to try to claim that, oh, well, this has caused me to not do any work or anything else, because you could still do work yet. It's not going to affect you. It's going to be in the back of your mind, but you don't let it show and, let you be pissed off about it. You just let it go. But, yeah, whatever program they use, though, to make the 2D character, I would just freaking market that and leave the dress-making scenario bullshit alone. Because, seriously, whatever you did to make that, that's what you got to focus on, damn it. That'll make you the money. That'll make you a shit ton of money. I mean, you'll be living high on the hog, basically. Jeez. $10 million, holy crap. Alright, so this is definitely interesting. So, apparently, there is going to be an Xbox. What is this going to be? The Xbox One X. It's a special edition one that's coming with glow-in-the-dark graffiti that says, "No Future." A Cyberpunk 2077 inspired Xbox. And, oh God, this thing looks... ironically, I want to say this looks pretty cool. This is actually something that I would see flying off the shelves. So, what exactly is this thing for? Well, apparently, it leaked out on a Canadian Walmart website. Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox One X. It's not something that's bright and neon-fueled. It looks more like a sort of colorful scrap metal you might use as a pillow, according to the article from Kotaku. But it is still pretty cool. And then there's like another picture of a Cyberpunk one on here that actually does look pretty interesting. The one that's pictured down here a little further with the box and the controller next to it actually looks like something you would see in a freaking sci-fi game. That other one looks like something that somebody would have made as like a computer console, stuck it on there as a warning. But still, it's pretty interesting. I don't know what it's going to go for. I'm not even going to try to find it. Yeah, there's like no link to the leak page or anything, so I can't really pull up a cost for it. But under normal circumstances, the phrase "no future" would almost certainly qualify as a sort of bad virtual graffiti that tries to club you over the head with the game's grim, dark themes. Yeah, see what happens when the food runs out in The Last of Us, or no one will keep us from death in Dishonored. But it's basically, it's interesting. It's needless graffiti that basically... I think will make people want to, buy it. it's definitely that sort of thing. I mean, no, I'm not even going to lie about this. I could see somebody making their own version of this and saving the freaking money. Just buying like a, and I mean, I can safely say this. Now, I have watched, I have safely watched Tronics Fix tear almost a good chunk of these things apart. I would say half a dozen, but it might have been half a dozen. It might have been at least 6. Tear these down and fix them. So somebody could easily just get a blank or get a case from one. And I mean like one that is not exactly the world's greatest. Like internal condition, like okay, the drive's shot, the motherboard's burned up, the power brick inside's a piece of junk, and literally just tear out all the components from it and just have a blank empty case. And then just design the case themselves. And then put that up and then put like their thing inside and make it a customized thing. Because that's literally what this looks like. It's glow in the dark, which you can easily get paint to do that. You can design like your own little futuristic skull on there, whatnot. You can print out a template somewhere probably. So I mean, I could see somebody making their own version of this, to be honest with you, and literally not taking much. But yeah, this actually looks pretty interesting. But I like how the author of this article says that if I wasn't already planning on buying the Xbox Series X, I might make an exception for this One X, just so I could be haunted by the relentlessly persistent epigram every time essential dread keeps me up at night. You know, the no future. I mean, that's just what you need. You can't sleep 2 o'clock in the morning, and because it was exposed to enough light, you know, the phosphorus-like material on the paint is illuminated. And it basically then shows you the words, no future. And you're seeing that haunting you as you're sleeping on your couch. Because, you know, I'm just, I'm half asleep. It's 2 in the morning. I just roll over. I see this no future. I'm like, oh, God, it's telling me. Oh, God, it's going to kill me in my sleep. No, that would freak me the hell out, for starters. But, yeah. This actually is pretty cool, but honestly, if that no future thing is their big selling point for the One X, and that's like the last hurrah they want to do for it, that somebody could, honest to God, just custom make themselves. I mean, this is not idiotic. I mean, you could get a stencil program online. You could make the stencil yourself, print it out on the cardstock, cut out the lettering, plop it onto where you want it at. I mean, put the design on first like they have on here. Put like any design you want. Pop it on there. Boom. Put it on, paint the top of it. Problem solved. And just like that, you made your own at literally half the price. As all it costs you is the glow-in-the-dark paint, which you can get at pretty much any arts and crafts store. A couple stencil designs, which you can easily get off the internet. I mean, hell. I mean, hold on. Let me type this in here. Hold on. I know I can find a couple more on here because I actually wanted to look for a couple. Hold on. Stencil. Stencil. Oh, there's a stencil maker. That's even better. There's literally a free stencil maker program on here. You can literally, you Google search stencil maker, and there is literally a stencil maker on here. You enter the text, different fonts, everything else, and you can download or print on one page. That's freaking it, folks. And that's all you have to do. Just do that, and you're in business. I mean, hell, I could probably find images. That was really creeped me the hell out. I mean, okay, so there's a cool stencil maker. I can make the thing that I want to. But, hold on, let me try just type in stencil. Let's see what comes up. There's probably like half a dozen of them on here. Oh, yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you can even just get an image. I mean, look, if I'm on here, there's an Etsy one for Goku. There's a lion over here. Like a fairy on a moon with a star. There's like half a dozen of them. And that's just literally me Google searching this. That is all I did was just Google search this. I mean, there's a wolf one. There's a tiger. I mean, you could probably find half a dozen of them on here. Freaking Yoda. Australia, Shamrock, a really neat stencil on here from like the 19th century. like a deer one. There's like a mammoth or minotaur type one. There's pig, a mermaid. There's a sad-ass dog. What looks like a bunch of computer components going crazy. There's the Punisher skull's on here, for God's sake. You can literally find anything on here. The freaking Punisher skull. There's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. There's literally a Lilo and Stitch stencil on here. You could, honest to God, just pick it up, print it out on cardstock, literally go and get an X-Acto knife and cut across it on a heal board, like on a self-healing board, self-healing mat, and then spray paint that right onto the thing. You make your own custom stencil. It's not that, I mean, honest to God, it's not that difficult. So them making a humongous deal for this, honestly, just boggles my mind. Because it's literally just like a skull. It's like a red skull that says, and there's no futures painted over top of it. You could literally make this type of thing. You could probably, there's probably another program on here where you can design your own style of stencil or make your own artwork, put it onto a stencil, do the same thing, or you go print it out, cut out the parts around it, plop it on with some paint, problem solved, you made your own, and you're not spending $6 on this. I mean, this is cool, but any idiot with a printer and 10 minutes can make their own. If you really want to make it look good, I mean, any idiot in like 2 hours can make their own then. But at least 10 minutes just to print it out, and you just find somebody else and cut out the lettering. But any idiot, and literally like 2 hours, can really make a high-def one. You want a simple one, any idiot in 10 minutes. Any idiot with a printer in 10 minutes, boom, it's done. The one underneath it, though, the Cyberpunk one underneath it, though, the Xbox One X, that one actually does look pretty badass. That's not actually a stencil design as far as I can tell. But then again, if it is, this almost looks like it's a custom skin, which you could probably just, again, make your own version of. There's probably a freaking program for that, too. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, there's programs for, I mean, yeah, there is. There's programs for everything out there. But I just, I find it amazing. I really wish the people out in my neighborhood would be just quiet the hell down. Because I know I could hear them. I do apologize for that if you heard any yelling and screaming. I don't know what the hell's going on out there, nor do I really care. But, yeah, so, like I said, anybody with literally, a printer, you don't even have to, it doesn't even have to be cardstock. You can literally just get regular freaking printer paper and make, like, a couple of them. Black ink is not that expensive. Just get that, make black ink, boom. Just cut out the lettering, get an X-Acto knife and a self-healing board. That'll pay for itself. You want to do, like, customized jobs, that'll pay for itself. Make your own. Get a bunch of, like, blank game cases, like blank system cases, like empty ones. So you can find, like, old retro PlayStation 2s, GameCubes, and make customized ones. Like, look, this is a customized Nintendo GameCube, or this is a customized Nintendo Wii, this is a customized, 3DS, a customized, and that's all you have to do. Just simply, I mean, it's like screen printing in a way. But in this case, you just put it on there, and you're just using a type of paint that's just going to go right on top of plastic and not eat away at it, and just let it dry, and you're done. That's literally all it is. It's like, what, 10, 20 minutes? And it's freaking finished? Like 2 hours to prep, maybe 10 minutes to put on, and then you just literally sit there and wait. Or if you really want to be screwy, you can do it this way. You can get a type of page like self-adhesive on the back of it, print it out onto that, still take it out for what it is, and then just put that right on, and then just like print it out in a different color, and then just remove the white parts from your page. Just like print it out like it's like, let's say it's, or even better yet, you can print it out on colored paper and do the same thing. But that's basically, there's like half a dozen ideas right there on ways you can do this and save yourself a crap ton of money. And they're going to be charging money for this. That's honestly Microsoft grasping at straws. I mean, like I said, any idiot with a printer, paper, ink, and a couple hours on their hands. Like right now where people are locked inside their homes and they can't leave or they have nowhere else to go. Hey, look, here's a possible business venture for you people. Cheap printer paper is not that difficult to get your hands on. I'm sure everybody has got a crap ton of it. You can buy a crap ton of it. Buy some printer paper. Buy some ink. Fix up the design. You can use freaking paint. You can use MS Paint. You can use 3D paint. You can use freaking drawing, like Libra Draw or anything like that. Literally, put it on, pop it on, print it out, cut it out with a self-healing mat and an X-Acto knife, put it onto your game system, and do some type of coloring on it. If you want to do the adhesive route, just get adhesive paper, print it out onto that, and just stick it on, and there you go. You have yourself a customized game system that didn't cost you an arm and a leg to make. You made it yourself, and it kicks ass. And then that way, if you want to sell it, hey, look, this is a customized game system. What did I do to it? Well, besides upgrading the internal stuff, like giving it a better hard drive, like doing this and that, I also made one bitchin' outer case for it. I customized the outer case on this baby. This is basically my version of kick-ass. And you can make your own custom skins and literally sell them to people. It's like, here, look, you can get this, put it on your system. I've done it. It works for me. Keep in mind your results may vary. Stuff like that. There's possible business ideas right from that. And all because Microsoft had the brilliant idea of, hey, we want to make a graphics update for the outer casing for a freaking Xbox One X. And their newer one's coming out November, I think, yet? Or did that get pushed up now, too? You figure they're coming out with their newer system, and they're doing this limited edition run, the special edition. Oh, yeah, here you go. You can literally print your own. You can make your own kick-ass version. You can find yourself a Wii or something. You can put the Autobot and Decepticon logo on there. Now, keep in mind, though, you're going to have the issues of copyright stuff and things like that, but at the same time, if you're just doing it for yourself, it's not going to matter. If you're doing it to sell it, yeah, you're liable to run into some issues legally down the road. But if you're doing it for yourself, you're just making something that you want to enjoy to gussy it up because it sucks for you. Same thing works for laptops, desktops. I mean, honest to God, that is literally the stupidest thing I think I've ever seen for an Xbox. And it's supposed to be Cyberpunk related. Well, the Cyberpunk one looked pretty cool. But you just have one up there that says no future on it. That sucks. Okay, yeah, so it's got a creepy red skeleton on it, like a red skull head, and the words no future in a neon greenish color, and that's all you're bringing to the table? That's it? Hell, I could do better shit than that with my eyes closed. Seriously, but that's, you can make your own and be cheaper and more fun. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to pretty much do it this week for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. Hey, don't worry, just because we're partying now doesn't mean I will be gone forever. No, I'll be back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Okay, maybe not that much same, but, whenever you watch or listen, whenever you listen to me, because my video, I cannot talk tonight. My video is basically, or most of my videos anyway, are just meant to be listened to. Because, you can do other things. You can learn to draw, you can cook, you can, work on your plants. It's almost springtime, there might be some gardeners out there. I'm just something to be on in this background noise so you're not bored and lonely. And hey, I'm fine with that. So basically, yeah. But hey, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down if you thought you hated it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Check me out over on Otake Your Roads at Twitter. Welcome to the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. If you haven't already liked it, come swing by on Facebook and like it. And above everything else, I will be back next week. If not during the week with more videos right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, because I have a few of them I could probably do yet. And still, I have other things. And don't forget, next Saturday is the deadline for the Q&A questions, unless I decide to change it. And do it earlier. I don't know yet. I might not. I don't know. It all depends upon what mood the world strikes me in upon the moment that I decide to do it. But either way, make sure to have your questions submitted by then. Worst case scenario, like I said, I will put out a video informing everybody so you will be known. I will put it out on Twitter, I will put it out on Facebook, and I will plop it up here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. So, Like I said then, until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. I know partying is such sweet sorrow, but I've got to go. My pillow's calling me. My blankets are begging me to come spend the night with them. And Backtracks USA is still on the radio, and I plan to listen to some of it tonight. So until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and I'm bowing out of this. I'll catch you all later here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel and right here on the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Stay healthy and stay safe out there, okay?